All right, it is cuteness overload. Here's the video proof. Two giant new pandas are now at the San Diego Zoo for the very first time since 2019. So they arrived in June, and since then, they've been getting used to their new home at the zoo's Panda Ridge. And it seems like they're already comfortable, chowing down on bamboo, paying no mind to visitors there. One is male, the other's female. So the male, he's 5 years old. He loves food. He has a long, slightly pointed nose tip. His mother and grandmother both lived at the San Diego Zoo. We have a look now at the little 4-year-old female. Look at those big cheeks. She has a round face, big fluffy ears, and she's not only known for her looks, she's also known for her intelligence, adventurous spirit, and her climbing ability. So why haven't there been any new giant pandas since 2019? Well, all pandas, they're actually on loan from China. This is part of a program to help save pandas from extinction and improve diplomatic relations between China and the West. And it's a tradition that dates all the way back to the Nixon administration, with diplomatic relations with China first began to open up more. This became a program where pandas were loaned for 10-year periods for $1 million a year. But now China has once again opened up this line of panda diplomacy, with the U.S. marking improved relations once again. So joining us now is World Wildlife Fund Program Vice President Colby Loucks. Colby, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Let's talk conservation. So these are adorable creatures, but what role will the San Diego Zoo play in protecting this species moving forward?
Yeah, thanks for being here. Well, the Giant Panda Loan Program supports both the conservation of pandas in the United States through them being an ambassador, raising awareness of pandas. You get to see amazing experiences by seeing just them in person, but also, as you pointed out, significant funding goes back to China to support wild panda conservation. So it's sort of a win-win.
So besides how cute they are, pandas are also incredibly special creatures. Can you describe a little bit more about what makes them so special?
Sure. Yeah, they are. Sometimes I was just thinking to myself when looking at your videos, like, this is actually a wild animal. It's insane to me. So they're just such great ambassadors just for their looks, the playfulness. But as you pointed out, they're excellent climbers. They have a unique adaptation where a wrist bone has grown out and has become essentially acts like as the equivalent of a thumb, which allows them to hold the bamboo and eat bamboo. So that's pretty unique. As well as they're usually solitary in the wild, but when we bring them together in zoos, they come together as pairs with the hopes of them mating.
All right. So why is China loaning pandas once again? Does this show a new willingness to improve relations between the two countries?
I think anytime you share an endangered species that's only found in China, it's always a path and a step forward to working together. And so I think through, as you pointed out, since 1972, there's been this exchange of pandas between China and the United States. And I think that them continuing to support this program with these new pandas to San Diego Zoo, it just furthers that relationship, and hopefully we can continue to move forward with positive panda diplomacy.
All right. So our teams noted that the Smithsonian National Zoo will also be getting two new pandas in November. Is there a chance we'll be seeing more pandas in other places all across the U.S.?
Well, I think we'll follow up on the Smithsonian's two new panda pairs. To support panda conservation as a zoo in the United States is not a trivial endeavor. You have to have probably a proven track record of having cared for pandas in the future. You have to have essential funding to contribute back to China for conservation. And of course, you're going to need bamboo. You're going to need lots and lots of bamboo.
You certainly are. So can you describe the trip that these pandas make when they come from China? What does that look like? What are the logistics for transferring them into zoos here in the U.S.?
Yeah, so it's not trivial for a panda. From a panda's perspective, they have to be sedated. And they're going to have to be, taken from an environment they know, put into a plane, and then transferred and transported to a new environment. So if you think about yourself, long plane trips, new environments, new homes is always stressful for anyone and us, and it's the same for pandas. So
thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.